kitchen and family room were filled with people laughing, setting the table, and fixing dinner. Katherine sat in a corner, slumped in her wheelchair, with her chin on her chest, staring at it all. She watched as her family fussed over her baby. Then, as if reliving the moment, she said, slowly and in a half-whisper, "I looked at the scene before me and thought, I don't think this world will work for me. It won't work. This world won't work for me. How many times have I felt and said the same thing, given my own struggles with paralysis?" Tears flooded my eyes, for here was a woman who had reached into the most tender part of my soul and touched it. From then on, I was totally gripped by everything Katherine and Jay said from the platform. Although our situations were different, her story was my story. Her pain fit. She was able to look right through me and say, "I understand. I get it. I resonate with you." And isn't that what we all long for? Someone who will meld our heart with theirs, someone who can validate our pain, someone who can assure us that if God got them through their mess, he will get us through ours. Besides, we all identify with pretty things that get broken. We sigh and feel sad when youth becomes horribly marred. We shake our heads and say, "What a shame," if fate scrapes a beautiful smile from a fair innocent, leaving a damaged grin. We hate when that happens. And this is why the book you hold in your hands is so powerful. For if awful things do happen to you, you now have a guide. You have two seasoned warriors in Jay and Katherine who understand. You have two friends who can escort you through the grief and loss and out into the broad, spacious plain of peace and contentment. Hope Heals may well be your most treasured companion through great trial and pain, so please do not plow through it too quickly. Read the Wolf's story prayerfully and act on their counsel intentionally. Oh, and I do need to make a correction. Katherine's grin is far, far from damaged. Spend time with her and her husband, and you begin to understand what true beauty is all about. You understand how hard fought for their smiles really are, and that makes Katherine's grin the sweetest, most endearing expression you will ever see. Does your world work for you? If not, or if it could be better, join me in the back of the room and listen to Katherine and Jay. Do not assume you have heard it all before. Theirs is a story so raw, so visceral and impossibly real that you cannot help but identify. You cannot help but resonate. So flip the page and get started. And as you journey beside Jay and Katherine, I pray that this hope, this kind that really heals, will touch the deepest part of your soul. Johnny Erickson Tata, Johnny and Friends International Disability Center, Agoura Hills, California, Spring 2016.
For James and John, our daily reminders of healing and hope.
Prologue.
I imagine most of us have fairly straightforward pictures in our heads about what our lives will look like and who we will become. These pictures are mostly of wonderful things that happen at exactly the right time and make oh so much sense. When something happens that is not inside the four corners of that picture, we view it as a detour and hope to get back on track as quickly as possible. So what happens when you take a detour and can't ever get back on the original path again? I can tell you, the greatest detour anyone can take in life, I imagine, is a near-death experience. 6 months and 5 days after our beautiful and big-eyed baby James was born, I nearly died of a massive brainstem stroke. My family's journey over the past 13 years